We're gonna start with the results right off the bat, because this is it. I mean, it's really amazing what Nutrisystem can do for you. This is what's so cool. They've been around since 1972. And here's what I love. Their mission is to continually strive to elevate the food that they create. And so they've gone through different iterations. The ones I have are not the frozen collection, so I'm super pumped to launch this tonight in the show. We have a complete frozen collection. What that means is you've got more variety, lots of different tastes, lots of different textures, but it really comes down to how well does it work? Does Nutrisystem work? Well, there's literally millions and millions and millions of people who've had great success with Nutrisystem. Why? It's really easy. It's all figured out for you. And again, they strive to continually improve their food. And we'll talk about that more, because when I did my research, and I'm a total nerd about this stuff, I found some really important information that I never knew about Nutrisystem, and that's why I invested in it and jumped on that auto ship. So here's what you're getting. From this end of the table, all the way down, you guys get with me, clear on this end. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This end, all the way down, breakfast, lunch, dinner. This is the 20-day supply. You have 2 days on your own. All of this entire table comes to you. And again, it is their frozen collection, which Kat will tell us all about here in 2 seconds. And here she is. I'm so glad she's back. And Kat, we had a ball last time you were here.
We sure did.
Oh my goodness, and everybody went crazy over our Nutrisystem offer. You guys have done it again, but this time something really different.
This is the Fresh Frozen program. And you know, I originally went on Nutrisystem over 16 years ago because I was someone who struggled with my weight my whole life. I was a heavy child, a heavy adolescent. Then when I was an adult, I got up to over 240 pounds, and I'm 5'6", so I was really struggling carrying that much extra weight. And I was then got a job as a news anchor for a major news organization. I had powered off 90 pounds and I put the weight back on. We all know that story. And then it was a friend who saw me on air and said, have you thought about Nutrisystem? And I was like, I've tried everything. And I've told this story many times, but the words he said to me changed my life. He said, if you haven't tried Nutrisystem, you haven't tried everything. And I want to give you that challenge tonight. If you haven't tried Nutrisystem, especially if you haven't tried the Fresh Frozen collection, you haven't tried everything, because when I went on the program, I lost over 45 pounds in 4 months. And a moment ago, they showed you my before picture. I'm wearing these pants in my before picture. I can stand in one leg of my pants. I've been bringing these for years. I carry them around with me all the time because this is a reminder of where I was before I found Nutrisystem.
Right, right. And you've never looked back since then.
Haven't looked back. Well, you know,
and she's passionate about it. I mean, you're literally a part of the whole family.
I absolutely love it because it's, you know, when you're someone who's really struggled with weight loss, you think nothing works for you. I was someone who told myself I was big bone. My metabolism was slow. Oh, you know what? Those people in those before and afters, they're not real. They can never be me. And I was someone who used to tear weight loss stories out of magazines, just wishing it could be me. And, you know, I just couldn't ever really get there and stay there until I found Nutrisystem. And then, you know, the last 3 years were a bit of a struggle for everybody. We were all on lockdown, and I learned the meaning of rosé all day and baking bread. And then when I got ready to put my clothes on, I was like, wait a minute, they're a little bit snug here. So, you know, I went back on program at the beginning of the year. I'm back on it now. And the thing is, Nutrisystem got me where I wanted to be the first time. It's gonna get me there again, and it can get you where you wanna be.
Well, and I think to your point, it becomes so easy to follow it. That's what, when I started, which is a couple of months ago, I'm on my second shipment, and I'm on auto ship, and I did not have the Fresh Frozen. I am so excited to try this tonight. I've got the original shipment, and here's what I discovered, because I'm eating a lot of it now, right? It is absolutely out of this world. There's stuff that I would not put between my lips thinking, oh, pasta, I can never eat pasta. The pasta is amazing. Oh, you know what I had yesterday?
What?
The chocolate pretzels.
So yummy.
So good. And you know what? At first, my initial reaction was to really feel guilty. Like, it was almost wrong. It was so good, it felt wrong, right? And then I was like, no, Suze, relax into it and allow the system to work. Now, have I fallen off a little bit? I'll be really honest. I just got back from Nashville. Yeah, girl fell off a little bit. But you know what's really nice? It's sitting there waiting for me when I got back. And it said, you know, I'm here, and when you're ready to jump back on, I'm here for you. And the system, to me, that's what was the aha moment, was how simple it was. I was just digging around and picking.
That's right.
And then I like eat that, add some, and I was eating beautiful salads and adding that to it. Wonderful. And the food absolutely blew me away.
And you know, you said a key word there, that it is a system, because you might be thinking, well, I can just go to the grocery store and I can buy some frozen meals and I can just go ahead and eat them and I'll be fine. But those are not a system.
Yes.
This is a system of breakfast, of lunch, of dinner, and these are the actual portions of what you're going to be getting when you say, you know what, I'm in. Look at the cinnamon roll. Look at the cherry cheese
My
roll.
mouth is watering.
You get to eat 2 pancakes, and I'm super lazy, 2 waffles that you're seeing there. I don't want to have to fire up the waffle iron, mix the batter, the whole 9 yards. My Nutrisystem has already done it for me. If you were to go to the grocery store and try, first of all, you'd have to pull everything out, look at the labels, like run all the numbers with everything, and then some of the packages, you read them, you can't even read the words, like you don't even know the ingredients in them.
You're absolutely right.
Trans this, fake that. Nutrisystem uses no artificial colors, no synthetic artificial preservatives. That's why we call this fresh frozen. And you're eating all day long. Did you feel like you're just eating all day long?
Well, you know what? I would get to a snack bag, like the chocolate covered pretzels, and I would eat like 5 of them. I'm thinking, I get to eat all the bag. Like it is honestly one of the most satisfying experiences I've had when it comes to trying to be healthier and losing weight. And here's the thing I really noticed, and again, I fell off and it's okay. I'm getting back on it because I'm back from my trip. But here's what I discovered. I couldn't believe, and again, this is my experience, just so everybody clarifies. I could tell that my sugars were balanced. I didn't know what that ever felt like because, because of how they design their system. You eat a lot less salt, but you don't miss it because of how they design the system. And I could physically feel when I was in the rhythm of Nutrisystem. It's the weirdest thing. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Because the thing is,
we don't realize,
we don't realize what we're eating in these other products where you go and you eat something, you're like, oh wow, that was like 8,000 milligrams of sodium, or that was 10 grams of, right. We have no idea what we're eating, so we don't know just how badly we feel. And then on Nutrisystem, what I found was, wow, I'm eating healthy food. Wow, I'm eating throughout the day. I was someone who was like, I'm not eating breakfast. Why am I gaining weight? Well, you know what? It's because I wasn't eating breakfast. I wasn't starting my day, fueling my day.
Right.
Like Keith was fueling his day. He lost 55 pounds in 12 months. He looks amazing.
That's great. I love that. So we got Keith, he lost 55. I know we got some more before and afters. But again, I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands of millions of people who have been so successful in Nutrisystem. That's why they're it. They're the #1 in-home system that you can get. Laura lost 30 pounds in 6 months.
In 6 months. And for me, 12 pounds is about a size. So 30 pounds is very close to 3 sizes. 65 pounds, I mean, I don't even need to tell you the sizes. You can look right here with Ken. And Ken is a medical professional. So you've got people from all walks of life who look at the Nutrisystem program and say, you know what, I think that's the program for me. Susan looked at it, and she lost 41 pounds in 8 months. You know what, she did more than just look at it. She said, I'm going to go ahead and place my order. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. And that's what I'm encouraging you today, is to say, you know what, I want to lose weight. Whether it's 5 pounds, whether it's 105 pounds, Nutrisystem can get you there. And we're about to show you what the 4-week program looks like, all the food that you're going to be eating. And I want to put this bug in your ear right now. If you place your order today, you can eat all 4 weeks worth of food. All of the breakfast, all of the lunches, all of the dinners, all of the snacks and desserts. And if you're not enjoying the experience the way Suzanne is, if you're not losing the weight that you want to lose, if you're not fitting in your clothes the way you want to fit in after 4 weeks, you can call HSN and say, you know what, I want my money back. And if you're thinking, wait, I can eat all the food and get my money back if I'm not happy, that's exactly right. And there's nothing to send back because you've eaten all the food.
Right, so you're just like, oh yeah. But I'll tell you, once you start, and here's the thing. For me, Kat, it really was, I had a lot of things I would never ever touch, only because I felt so guilty, so guilty. They give you all that guilty pleasure, but it works. That is kind of, for me, the mini miracle of Nutrisystem.
Right, right.
You just don't think you're like, how can I eat something that tastes so good? I mean, I could give you a million examples.
I mean, like a cinnamon roll. Like this
look at this,
is,
you guys, look at this. And like squish it so they can see.
It's so yummy. Look at that. And I'm like, some people bite into cinnamon rolls. I unroll my cinnamon roll.
Yes.
Yes. Look at the icing. Look at all the cinnamon. And you know what? This is not a snack. This is a breakfast.
Before Nutrisystem would say, there's no way I can eat that and not feel wildly guilty.
No way. And I'm a food court girl, and so I love the cinnamon buns in the food court, and those things have like a bazillion calories in them. This is a breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you guys had it frozen. Oh no.
This is, no, we're gonna eat for a minute.
It's sinful.
Oh. And again, you're allowed to eat it. Like, all of a sudden, everything that you hated about being on a diet disappears with Nutrisystem. It really is remarkable what they've done. And once you get on it, then you really realize, and it is a system, and it's very easy to follow. There's a lot to get into, but here's the thing for me, and I had to write this down because I really did some digging. And I was like, I really want to understand Nutrisystem in depth, right? Before I invested in it. Here's what got me, and I said, I'm all in now. As I said, they try to elevate their food, and this is a great example of it. Contains no artificial flavors, no sweeteners, no colors from artificial sources, no high fructose, which is horrible for you, no corn syrup, no artificial trans fat, which is doubly horrible for you, high in fiber and high in protein. And when I read all that, because I really did some digging, before I went on with this about what, maybe 3 months ago or so, I really was gonna say, I wanna learn this and understand it. It met, and I was looking for some very specific things. And when I got to no high fructose, no corn syrup, and no artificial trans fat, I was like, that's it. Those are the keys I've been looking for in a system that is effortless to follow.
Right.
It literally does not, you don't have to measure, you don't have to weigh anything, you don't have to portion control it.
Right.
It's all done for you, and you end up going, I gotta eat again? Really? Well, okay, let me pick something.
All day long.
It's wonderful.
And it also takes so much work out of everything. Like over the holidays, for my parents, I ordered one of those meal kits. It wasn't a weight loss kit, but one of those meal kits. Because I'm so spoiled by Nutrisystem, I thought that everything was gonna come prepared, and all I would have to do is heat it up. This was like Thanksgiving dinner. So I ordered the meals, they came, it was a bunch of ingredients, and I still had to do all of the work. With Nutrisystem, everything that you're seeing here is done for you. The waffles are already waffled. The pancakes are already pancaked. The mac and cheese is already yummy and cheesy. All you have to do is eat it up. And again, this is the fresh frozen collection. And this is the first time I've ever brought this to HSN.
I am so excited. All right, so let's kind of get into what you get and how it works.
Awesome. So as we've been talking about everything,
mac and cheese?
20 breakfasts, 20 lunches, 20 dinners, and 20 snacks and desserts. And you're seeing right here different colors. Your breakfasts are yellow, and everything's color-coded. When you get your order, you're gonna get a meal planner guide that looks like this. And inside the meal planner guide, look here. There's your yellow right there. And you're getting to add fresh fruits and vegetables to each meal occasion. So all you have to do is decide, what are you in the mood for that day? Nutrisystem isn't a program that says you must have waffles on Monday or you must have bagels on Tuesday. But you do get to have waffles and bagels and cinnamon rolls. But again, you just check the box, then you move on to lunch. Lunch is in blue. How about a grilled chicken sandwich, or a hamburger, or a pizza melt, or a stuffed pretzel, which is so delicious. And it's stuffed with spinach and cheese. That's your blue. Then red is dinner. Roast turkey medallions, chicken enchilada, Italian sausage and pepperoni pizza, 4-cheese manicotti, chicken fettuccine Alfredo, the cheddar mac and cheese that Suzanne is eating. And there's your blue, your red. And then every night you get to have a snack or a dessert, and that's in purple. How about a chocolate cupcake, a red velvet cupcake, fudge bars, and we like to call this kind of the ice cream collection. You're getting ice cream sandwiches, mint ice cream sandwiches, fudge
mint
bars.
Ice cream sandwich right there.
So yummy. Ice cream sundaes.
Oh my God, what is this?
That's the ice cream sundae.
These are ice cream sundaes?
It's chocolate ice cream with chocolate syrup and chocolate brownie chunks.
Oh my gosh.
You want that next?
Yes. Oh,
okay.
Do we have one handy?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, look at my eyes just lit up. I'm like, and this is wildly different than the program I have, because none of mine is freezable, and it's still incredibly delicious. And I throw it in the microwave, boom, in a couple minutes I'm ready. The other thing I love about it too is if you're really time starved or you have a crazy schedule.
Right.
For me, Nutrisystem works because my schedule is really erratic. You know, sometimes I'm here at this time and then I'm eating late and then I don't eat in the morning and I say, okay, I grab my breakfast to go. And I think those are other reasons that you'll really love it. It fits into your lifestyle no matter what it is. If you're sedentary and you stay home a lot, oh my God, it's brilliant. You don't have to worry about making a big meal for everybody. Literally, it's there. But if you've got an erratic schedule or a really busy schedule, if you're like, well, you know, when I'm at work, I go to the snack machine. First off, you're spending a ton of money. second, it's not doing any good whatsoever. This is how you really incorporate it into your life because it's easy to incorporate.
It's very easy, and I've had a very busy last few months, so I just needed to come home, and sometimes the only thing that made me feel better was a chocolate cupcake. When I got up in the morning, I wanted to start my day with something indulgent and decadent, like a cinnamon roll. And you know, and I was so busy, I was like falling into those old habits of going to, you know, that coffee shop and getting that big jumbo latte and that big muffin. And then one day, like, I was waiting for something, and I went ahead and looked up the calories, and I went, wow, I just ate a day's worth of calories in that one muffin and that one coffee. Plus, that muffin and coffee cost me like $15.
Right.
And so it was just, the whole thing was just a bust. So if you're someone, you feel guilty about what you're eating, you don't know what to eat, but you know you want to lose weight, Nutrisystem is worth giving it a try because, again, you're eating the foods that you know and love, but they're in the perfect portions. They have the ingredients that you want, none of the bad stuff that you don't want, and it delivers results.
It totally does. All right, so what I also love about it is, and again, this is something that's their cornerstone, it's balanced nutrition powered by science, but it doesn't taste like that.
Right.
I think when you hear the word science, you're like, oh, first off, when you hear balanced nutrition, you're like, okay, really? I'm just gonna eat a lot of dry green stuff, right? It's awful. And then you go, oh, by science, you're like, oh no, it's gonna taste like cardboard, it's gonna be terrible. There's so many authentic, delicious flavors. That surprised me too.
Yep.
Like every time I grab something, and you see, you've ever gotten anything like in the frozen section, and you're like, okay, it says it's this.
Right.
So then you go to eat it, and you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't taste like that at all. It's terrible.
That doesn't taste like banana, and that's not banana flavored. I don't know what that is.
Right. It's like some weird mystery taste, right? With Nutrisystem, when you read, oh yes, look what showed up. Okay, look at those. Look how good this is. So this is our mint ice cream cookie, right?
Mint ice cream, and the ice cream sandwiches, the regular and the mint. Have you also the lemon zest cake? This tastes like a cake you would bake on Sunday for company. Oh,
you're good. Okay, so anyway,
yummy.
The whole point being, when it says what it says, it actually tastes exactly what you expect it to, and it tastes like the indulgent one that you normally feel guilty about.
Right, and my favorite dessert in life is mint chocolate chip ice cream. So when Nutrisystem came out with the mint ice cream sandwich, I was in heaven.
Look at me, I'm trying to be
being nice because I'm like, give it to you. I'm gonna pick mine up with my fingers.
I am too, forget this. I'm trying to be all dainty, but a fork's not gonna work. Here you go. All right, here you go.
That's so good. That's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's good.
Guys, it tastes exactly what you get like from the ice cream truck.
It's so good.
Or the stuff that you get at a really high-end ice cream store. Girl, oh my gosh. And you're gonna think, this is impossible. How in the world can I lose weight when it tastes that great? Like my brain immediately says, don't eat that, you should be guilty, this is awful. I know I can. It is a wonderful experience to try Nutrisystem. And this is a great night to do it. Here's why. Got it on my fingers, I'm gonna eat it. Okay, here we go. So what we're doing is, it's enough for 20 days, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. You have 2 days on your own. So for me, my days off are usually weekdays, and that's 2 days where you're gonna kind of do your own thing. It might be the weekend for you, but it's easy to do. In this, with the 20-day kit, and your weekends on your own or Tuesdays on your own, normally this would be $339. Tonight, we're at $269.99. We have free shipping, and remember, once you hit $75 every day, everything else ships for free as well. Here's the other exciting part. We have this offer on auto ship, and this is an exclusive offer just to use shopping with us. And it's, as my producer just told me, Rick, he said it is very popular. What happens is you get to lock in tonight's price for as long as you stay in auto ship. It comes every 30 days, because obviously it's a monthly program, up till 12/3/2023. So that auto ship is basically good until December at the end of this year. I think I got that right? So take advantage of the auto ship because you keep saving month after month. You know what the nice thing about it was too? This comes out to about $13 per meal. Think about that, $13 per meal. How much do you spend when you go through a drive-through? You're probably over $13 just going through a drive-through, let alone a nice restaurant. How much money do you spend on pizzas? You know, and you know, oh, I feel guilty about that. I can't eat a regular pizza. You can do all that with the Nutrisystem system, and you can do it at about $13 per meal, which is incredible. And again, just great results. Let's talk about John real quick.
John lost 55 pounds in 6 months. And you know what? This he went on the program with his wife, and they both. Oh wait, I see you going back for the minute.
Girl, she moved my mint ice cream sandwich away. I'm looking around. I had to get that back.
You can't see behind the results. I had moved the sandwich away because I was clearing out the space for some more food. Suzanne was looking like, where's my food? Like, where?
What did you do with that? I found it.
That's so funny.
So good.
Here's Jason, who lost 90 pounds in 2 years. 90 pounds is a life-changing amount of weight. And he lost it eating foods that he knows and loves. Eating, you know, girl, you are really...
I love this. Oh my God. Oh.
She's standing here like this, like,
just nodding away.
Here's Audrey, who lost 50 pounds in 6 months. Eating Nutrisystem, she decided, I want to go on the program. And right now, this is the first time that I've brought the fresh frozen to HSN, and you're tasting the difference of what fresh frozen means, right?
Very much so. What is this right here?
This is the artichoke stuffed chicken breast, and that is the 4-cheese manicotti.
Oh
you
my gosh,
must
can I have
taste
a bite
this.
of this?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Artichoke and spinach stuffed chicken breast. If you were to make this at home, you would have to buy the chicken, pound out the chicken, roll it out, then create, and wait till you taste all the fresh
plus you have
herbs.
to do all the you have to do all the spices.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
It's so good.
Wow.
And and it is stuffed. When we say stuffed, it is stuffed.
Wow, that is absolutely, that's restaurant quality.
Yes, yes.
Wow, look at that. Now, everybody says, okay, well, it's supposed to be quick, it's supposed to be easy. How do I cook this?
You could put this in the microwave for about 4 minutes. If you've got a little bit of extra time and you want to put it in your broiler. I'm like one of those people, I'm like, will it air fry? So I like to throw mine in my air fryer. And I actually like put some broccoli in the air fryer with it. And so the whole meal is ready at the exact same time. But that is spectacular. And this is the 4-cheese manicotti.
Oh, okay.
Delicious, delicious, delicious.
If I must.
Right.
Again, look at this, look how beautiful that is, you guys.
And that's not 2 servings. That is 1 that's not 2 servings.
Oh, I thought it was 2 put together.
No, that is a single serving. And with that, again, you would be adding a salad, or you would be adding right. It's delicious.
It, honest to God, tastes like you went to a beautiful Italian restaurant and ordered that. It's so good. And you know what's so funny about it? Again, I was a doubter just like you. I was like, and I would come on the air with Kat and I'd be trying the food and I'm like, well, God, that tastes really good, but should I go for it? I finally just said, yeah. And what I did is I did auto ship, just like you're doing tonight, because I knew I wanted to get in on the price we had that day. And so we can't raise the price on me. And I'm in the auto ship program. So I was like, great. Now, again, if you get auto ship, I might have chocolate cookie all over me, but if you get auto ship, the nice part about it is if you decide to cancel it, or you need to slow it down for some reason, you can totally do that. You're not stuck in a year and you're forced into it and you can never get out of it. In fact, I think we make auto ship, we make it really easy to change it up if you want to. So maybe you are gonna go away for a month. You're like, you know what, I just needed to slow down. Guess what, you can do that, okay? But you're still gonna get tonight's savings as long as you stay in the auto ship process. And it's nice because it comes right to your door. Now I do wanna ask how it's delivered because it is fresh frozen, so how does that work?
It comes in a cooler. So everything is prepared at Nutrisystem's offices. They do they freeze it fresh, put it in a cooler and ship it to you. So as soon as you get it, you wanna put it in your freezer. And if you're thinking, well, wait a minute, I think it was a lot of food. How is it gonna fit in my freezer? I wanna go down here and I wanna show you a couple of tips here, how to make it all fit. Now, a lot of pretty much all of the desserts, these can go in the door, like in the shelf, like on the side right in the door. And same thing with the lunches and the breakfast. Now, if you're starting to run low on space, what I like to do with the dinners is I take them out of the box.
Oh, okay.
So they're in a tray, they're wrapped with a tray, and when I take them out of the box, fits in my freezer, no problem. And then I just keep the boxes, I flatten them out, and I keep them there kind of like a little file system so I know how to make my foods.
Oh, look at that, how handy is that? And again, from this end of the table all the way to the other end. And I'll tell you the other thing that's fun about it is you don't have to worry about what you're gonna eat. You don't have to go, oh man, I gotta run to the groceries, I gotta get some food, oh my gosh, I don't have time, or it's the end of the day, and all you wanna do is eat it, and you wanna go home and eat something really delicious and good, but you don't want to make it, and you don't wanna stop at the store. All of a sudden, you just pick it. That was the most fun, is picking what I wanted to eat all day long, and really getting soul-satisfying food. It's not like it has that plasticky taste, you know, like a lot of that other stuff in the freezer section does. It really has amazing flavor. I believe they've mastered it. I don't think anybody, and I've tried a bunch of those other frozen things in the grocery store, and they all kind of taste the same.
Right.
When you do Nutrisystem, again, it's all about great flavor. But for me, what took me over the top was the fact of what's not used when they're making it. That was the game changer. And I swear, you go to the store right now, flip some of those frozen foods over and read everything they put in them.
It's horrible.
And it's really, truly bad for you.
It's horrible.
Yep.
And the thing about Nutrisystem is you feel good about what you're eating and you love what you're eating. I mean, look at this. Look how many cinnamon rolls you get, how many cherry cheese rolls, bagels, pretzels, waffles, pancakes, stuffed pretzel melt. Really, really delicious, satisfying foods. You're gonna get 20 breakfasts, 20 lunches, 20 dinners, and 20 snacks and desserts. And we call this the Weekends Off program because you're following the Nutrisystem program 5 days a week, and 2 days a week you get to eat out with your friends and family. How are you liking the weekends off?
Oh, great. Well, you know, I pick them so randomly. Because again, my schedule, why this works for me is my schedule's so erratic. I know I can always eat something healthy and really delicious all the time. And then when I do have a day off or I do have time off, then I can do something else.
Well, and that's the beauty of Nutrisystem. It doesn't have to be the weekends. It can be any day that you want, as long as you're eating all the food, because that's the key.
Isn't it? And it's funny because you're like, the box comes, you're like, really? I get to eat, I get to eat all this and not have one bit of guilt about it. Now, I do want to talk about the online app because I downloaded the app. And I also want to talk about the instructions that come with it, how you kind of follow it when you open the box.
Absolutely. So Nutrisystem has what they call the New Me app. And I've got a brochure that's over here that I'm going to go over here and grab it.
Sure.
And so some people like to follow a meal planner guide, which my guide is over there. Some people are like, I don't want to do paper. I'm old, like I'm newfangled. I want to follow the app. So there's an app that you can download on your phone, and all you have to do is scan the Nutrisystem package, and it's right there. It logs everything for you. Or maybe you don't want to do any of that. You want to call and you want to ask someone to talk you through. You're seeing right here, and it works on your phone, it works on your tablet, and you know, I love it, but I'm a paper girl. So I like to use the planner. But let's say you do have some questions. On the back of your planner, there's a toll-free number, and that's just for HSN customers that are on the Nutrisystem program. And you can call this number every day. You can call it twice a day. You can call it 3 times a day. So what are some of the things that you can call them about? Let's say it's a Tuesday and your friends say, hey, we want to go to a Chinese restaurant or a Mexican restaurant. You can call the number and talk to a nutritional counselor. You can call them from the restaurant and say, what can I eat that keeps me on program? Maybe, you know, and a lot of times weight loss is kind of a lonely journey. Maybe you don't have anyone to share your success with. You can call the counselors and say, hey, I'm down 5 pounds. I'm down 10 pounds. And they're going to be there with you. And we really want you to know what the success is, but you're only gonna know that if you give it a try. If you say, what does it look like if I'm getting up in the morning eating waffles, eating pancakes, at lunch if I'm eating pizza melts, at dinner, what will it look like? You're only gonna know if you give it a try.
Yeah, it's great. And again, I kind of want to scan, eventually we'll come to this side of the table as well. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break, and then we're coming back with Kat, and we have more to share with you about the successes of Nutrisystem, why so many people believe in it and use it. But before we do that, this is a weekly deal drop, and we have more weekly deal drops if you go to hsn.com. On there, you're gonna find a whole lot of great items that are on sale, special offers. And here's what I really love about this is that you're getting awesome savings. The thing I don't like about it is it ends on Sunday. So you always wanna take advantage of it early before the prices go up. This happens to be our weekly deal drop, and also next hour, I will have the 10th generation of an Apple iPad as another weekly deal drop. So we've got a lot in store for you. Please stay with me.
Perlier is an Italian bath and body company rich in history and tradition, never far from where it started. Perlier is old world skills mixed with modern day science, driven by a focus to treat skin with the best ingredients. Perlier continues to develop innovative new lines while staying true to its culture. Discover luxurious bath and body rituals from Italian botanical gardens with Perlier. If you love to create, cook, and entertain, watch Great Gatherings, a 24-hour feast featuring tips and tricks from chefs Curtis Stone and Emeril Lagasse, with mouth-watering food and more, including the premieres of Lydia's Kitchen by Chef Lydia Bastianich and August and Leo Tabletop by Juliana Rancic. Gather round the table for Great Gatherings. All Day Friday on HSN and hsn.com. Join HSN in celebrating International Women's Day. We're highlighting collections from woman-owned and founded businesses, including Clover by Joe by Joanna Garcia Swisher, Colleen Lopez Jewelry, Fashion by Rhonda Shear, and Dalton Beauty by Doris Dalton. Wednesday, March 8th on HSN and hsn.com. Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
I really needed to lose some weight for health issues. The major stress, I would say, from my weight was leaving my wife too soon. And
but that's all right, because we are on plan now. We're ready to go, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I am a real customer, and I love still being here telling people don't give up. I'm living proof that Nutrisystem works and it changes your life, and you don't ever have to be that again. They fix it for you. They help you love yourself and move forward and have a great life.
And the thing about Marie is, a lot of people don't know this, she was sitting at home, just like you are, watching a Nutrisystem presentation, wanted to know what Nutrisystem could do for her, and here's what it did: 50 pounds down in 5 months. And she too loves the program. When I run into her, she'll like pull me aside and say, you know, hey, do you have any cookies on you? Do you have any, like, do you have any, like, or let's trade snacks? You know, it really is that good of a program. The foods are that yummy that even when I'm not on program, I'll still snack on my Nutrisystem snacks. I'll still have my Nutrisystem breakfast because I know that I'm eating good food.
Right. Right, that's good for you. I mean, that's really the key to this. Okay, so I gotta tell you, they brought out some more stuff. You ready for this one? I just want you to see, look at this. Hello. They brought out, this is a orange cream bar. And what do you have? You have the
I have a chocolate
one.
fudge bar.
And again, when was the last time I had one of these?
And look at how big they are.
Oh.
And you get to have these whenever you want. I know, so good.
It's included. Okay.
So good.
So we want to, in case you're channel surfing, Kat, I'd love you to tell your story once again, if you don't mind.
Well, as I have a bite of chocolate. Well, there I am. I was a heavy child, a heavy adolescent. I was that kid and the young adult who I would walk in the store and cross my fingers that I could find anything that would fit. Just anything. And I remember the summer before I went on the summer vacation before I went on Nutrisystem, these are the pants that I was wearing. Right here. I can stand in one leg of these pants. And I always thought that this is where I would be. And I went on Nutrisystem, I lost 45 pounds in 4 months, and was just really, it happened so quickly and it was so seamless that I didn't even realize it had happened. So much so that the story of the pants is I had lost the weight, and then, you know, like you go to clean up the house and I'm like, hey, let me find, see, those are the pants I'm wearing right there.
Oh my goodness.
And you know, like you go to put on some clothes, like, well, let me just put on some knockabouts while I'm cleaning. And I went and I grabbed these pants, not thinking of anything. I went to go put them on, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize I had lost that much weight. Wow. Because it takes a while for what's in the mirror to catch up with where you are. Right. And I know when I'm on the program, it's about that third week that people around me are like, are you doing something different? Like, hey, what's going on here? And you get this when you place your order, you get 4 weeks worth of food. Right. Eat all of it. Eat all the food the first week, eat all the food the second week, eat all the food the third week. Maybe you get on the scale, maybe you don't. At the end of 4 weeks, if you aren't happy with the results, if people aren't going, hey girl, what are you doing? You could call HSN and say, I want my money back. And they'll give you all of your money back, and that's after you've eaten all of the food. But see where you can be. I mean, I was losing weight the very first week. That's when I started noticing. And I was like, well, maybe that was a fluke. Let's see what happens the second week. Right. And I was on a different program. I wasn't even on the fresh frozen program. Then the second week, I'm like, wow, I'm still losing weight. 3rd week, people are commenting, what's going on here? 6th week, I was able to pull my old jeans on and off without unbuttoning them.
Oh my gosh, how fun was that?
And that was straight out of the dryer because we've got all these like, oh wow,
right,
I can get
right. They're not stretched out.
Exactly. We know we do that. We know we do that.
That's so true. That's funny. And I actually misspoke, and I've got to clarify this, and I apologize. I said a moment ago it was about $13 per meal. It's $13 per day.
Oh,
so I apologize.
right.
It's actually $13 per day to eat Nutrisystem. So again, I'm going to reiterate how much you spend going through a drive-through for one meal. This is your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. $13 and a couple pennies a day to be able to eat really delicious food that's good for you and is good food. See, that's the key. I think for a lot of diet plans, you're like, oh my gosh, if I have to have a bland piece of chicken with some dry rice, I'm just gonna, you know, just this is enough. I can't stand it. With this, you have the ooey, you've got the gooey, you've got the texture, you've got the sweet, you've got the savory, you've got the spicy. It is so deeply satisfying to eat Nutrisystem. And I never thought in a million years I'd say that about a diet, quote unquote, program. But this one is absolutely delicious. And also I want to reiterate, because this is really what came home for me, because there were certain things I was looking for in a system. I always thought, oh, I have to make it myself to get this specific. And then when I really did my deep dive into Nutrisystem, I was blown away. That's why I went on auto ship a couple of months ago. But here's the story. Contains no artificial flavors. You will not believe that, because everything tastes so good. There's got to be artificial flavors. Contains none. It also has no sweeteners. So all those, even the decent sweeteners and the bad sweeteners, but then all of a sudden you eat something like this lemon, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so sweet. How do they pull that off? There's no sweeteners in here. No colors from artificial sources.
That's right.
Tons of people put in fake colors so it looks right. Okay, you don't want that. No high fructose. That to me was massive. High fructose, and fructose has been in food for a long time, and it's absolutely devastating for you. If you do some research, you'll find out. No corn syrup included. That's really bad for you. These 3 were the biggies for me. No corn syrup, no high fructose, and no artificial trans fats. Those are the things you just absolutely want to stay away from, because they are absolutely detrimental to your health. And guess what? It's not in here. And you'll sit and you'll eat something and wonder, how in the world did they do it?
How did they do it? And you know, the other companies are putting all that stuff in there, trying to make it, quote, taste right. How about this? Fresh is best. That's what tastes right. Mother Nature knows best. This is the mushroom bolognese. That is the BistroStyle toasted ravioli. These are the things that you can be eating and still losing weight. And in addition to the pasta, you would have a salad, some grilled veggies. This is what you're eating every day. And some people say, well, you know what? Well, if she says I can lose weight and I'm eating, you know, multiple times a day, maybe I'll just eat 2 times a day and I'll lose more weight. That's not what Nutrisystem is about. Nutrisystem has already figured it out, and it's about eating the food. It's about getting up and eating breakfast, then eating lunch, then eating your dinner, then eating your snack and dessert. It's about fueling your body throughout the day, because that's when your body goes, okay, I'm all right. I don't have to like hold on to anything. I can go ahead and do my thing and do its thing in your life, eating things like mushroom bolognese.
Yeah, it's so good. This one she said I had to try. This one is what? I'm gonna open it up for the camera.
I think that is
the mozzarella.
Chicken and mozzarella cheese melt.
Okay, oh, wait, we're ready for this, guys?
Oh no, once I see the inside.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, look at that, look at that. Ooh, ooh, look at the cheese. Look at that yummy cheese. Oh my, look at that. Look how yummy that is. Oh my gosh.
Right.
And if you think, it smells great too, but if you think it looks good, again, it's all about the taste. Why would so many millions of people have success in Nutrisystem? Because it's got to taste great and it's got to work. If it didn't work, they wouldn't be the leader in the home systems. And they've been around since 1972. You know, there's a lot of different diet companies out there that come and go over the years.
Come and go.
And Nutrisystem just stays in there because it truly, truly works. And I'm telling you, it's so simple. If I have to measure something or portion something or think about it, I just don't have time. It's kind of exhausting, and I'd rather spend my time either being creative or having fun or playing tennis or doing anything but measuring or cooking. I don't really like cooking either. I'm not a big cook. I don't like to cook. I love food. I love flavors. I love taste. And Nutrisystem truly provides that for you. But it's got all the good stuff you want, but it eliminates all the bad stuff you shouldn't have.
That's
and again, you know,
exactly
that
right.
was such a big game changer for me, Kat. That's why I went on auto ship when we launched our last set a couple of months ago.
And the thing is too, there's no shortage of other people saying, I've got the answer for weight loss. You've got people on social media who are life health coaches, whatever they claim to be. And you know, they're like, make this secret recipe, make this. You know what? There are no secrets to weight loss.
That's good.
There are no secrets to weight loss. It's about eating perfect portions, day after day. It's about being consistent with it. And that's the thing Nutrisystem gave me too, was consistency. And when you're consistent, you get results like this. Here's John, who lost 55 pounds in 6 months. We just heard from him.
That's great. And please remember too, while you're watching these before and afters, you're seeing all these incredible results. And they have, I mean, how many thousands of these pictures can you show us, right?
Thousands,
look at Sheila, 30 pounds in 6 months. Look at her before and then look at her after. Do you ever have anybody, Kat, who says, oh, it's not gonna work for me, I'm too old or I'm too far gone?
You know what, this is a program, again, that meets you where you are, whatever age you're at, however much weight you have to lose. The only decision you have to make is, you know what, am I gonna try it and when am I gonna try it? And I'm telling you, the time is now. And John and Sheila are husband and wife, so we have a lot of partners that go on the program together. And because, you know, weight loss can be a lonely journey, so it's great to go on the program with someone else. Here's Audrey, or there was Audrey, who lost weight. But you know what? What is your weight loss story going to be? What is your success story going to be? Because we want to know it. We want to hear from you. But you're only going to know what it is once you give it a try, once you decide to try bagels or pancakes or waffles or pretzel melts. This is what you want to be eating to lose the weight. And remember what I said about the Nutrisystem Challenge is that you can eat all of the food, all of the breakfasts, all of the lunches, all of the dinners, all the snacks and desserts. And at the end of 4 weeks, if for any reason the program isn't everything that I say it is tonight, you can call HSN and say, I want my money back. And they'll give it to you, no questions asked. After you've eaten, see, there's the Fudge Bar and the Creamsicle Bar that Suzanne and I just had. How about that carrot cupcake, the red velvet cupcake? I mean, those are things that we would ordinarily think are, you know, once a month treats that you can have.
Or never.
Or never, you're right.
I mean, there's some of this stuff that I just even, it absolutely I'm flabbergasted at the variety that you get to eat without any of the guilt. It is so, it's so relieving. Like all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, I don't have to feel guilty about eating a great pasta meal.
Right.
You go, I can really indulge in something I normally wouldn't, and now you've got this great opportunity. And again,
I'm tearing up
it's
this
balanced.
pasta.
So what are we talking about? Again, it's 20 days. So you have 2 days on your own, do your own thing on those, but it's a 20-day system. It comes out to a little bit over, and I did the nerd math, $13.50 per day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Now you tell me, how much do you spend just going out and buying chicken, maybe some pasta, and trying to make a decent meal at home? You're easily spending more than $13 for one meal.
And time is money too.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely. So here you're getting 4 weeks worth, 2 days on your own at $13.50 per day. Just the value alone. I mean, think about that. You know, how much do you spend? I'm at work, I don't have time to pack lunch or make lunch, and then I gotta make a healthy lunch, I don't have time for that. So what do? You run down to the fast food place, the Subway place, you go through a drive-through, you feel guilty, it's not fulfilling, and it's really terrible for you. Or you switch to Nutrisystem. $13.50 per day to eat 4 times a day. That to me is remarkable. And then you add your own salads, you add your extras, your extra veggies, you do what you want, but it's just such a great value. But once again, you put this combination together, Kat, of tasting great.
Right.
You're not spending a fortune
Perfect
to
portions.
eat like you are spending a fortune.
That's right. And you know what, every time, I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, my bill goes up and up and up
Yes.
and up and up.
Yep.
I feel like when I'm on Nutrisystem, I'm saving money because I've already locked in that price. I know what I'm spending this month. I know what I'm spending next month. I mean, honestly, the last 5 times I went to the grocery store, each time was more and more and more. And you don't realize it till you get to the register.
But right.
And the thing about Nutrisystem too, while you know your groceries aren't going up, but your weight is coming down, and it feels effortless. So many of those other programs, I felt like I was struggling to lose weight. I'm struggling. I'm muscling through the day. I'm drinking the potions. I'm mixing the powders. You know, the whole. Here's the thing: if powders and potions and pills worked, I would have a table full of powders, potions, and pills in front of me.
Right.
But we know that that's not real weight loss. That's not true weight loss. We have to eat. We've got to eat breakfast. We've got to eat dinner. We've got to eat throughout the day. So why not be eating Nutrisystem if you're thinking, wow, that food really does look good. It really is good. And I would love for you to get it to your home and give it a try. And make the point to eat all the food. Say, you know what, I'm gonna do the program. You don't have to believe us today that the program works. That's not what we're trying to do today, is to convince you, hey, it works. Really what I want to convince you to do is to give it a try and to see how it works in your life. And let us know how it works. And at the end of 4 weeks, if you aren't happy, you can call HSN and say, you know what, I want my money back, and they'll give it to you after you've eaten all the food. You can't go to a restaurant and eat for 4 weeks, and at the end of 4 weeks and say, I want my money back.
That's funny, that's so true too.
You can't go to the grocery store and eat for 4 weeks and go, I want my money back. Because they're gonna go, well, where's the food? I ate it.
Right.
Well, you're not getting any money back. But the reason HSN and Nutrisystem can do that is because we know the program works.
Right.
We know that your goal is weight loss, whether it's 5 pounds, whether it's 105 pounds. We know that Nutrisystem can get you there, but the only way you're gonna believe it is if you give it a try.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you really will. You'll be very doubtful at first.
Yes.
You really do. You're like, okay, this tastes too good. Yeah, I was eating some, I mean, I've tried, all of it, obviously, in my first shipment, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. How does it taste this good? And I'm gonna feel so much better and lose weight on top of it. Well, it's like magic. And you don't have to, like you said, I love you said, muscle through a day trying to stay strict on your diet. I mean, that's a recipe for failure right there.
Right.
Absolutely, that's why we can't stay with it. But
And I mean,
Nutrisystem, you can stay with it.
Yeah, and I used to do that. I'd be like, okay, I'm on this diet, and then that's all you talk about. Like, people are like, hey, you wanna go here? Well, I'm on a diet, I can't go, I'm on a diet. Or like, oh, I'm on a diet. But with Nutrisystem, people would see me eating, and I'll tell you a story. So when I was still working at that big news organization when I first went on the program, the original program, and I didn't want people to know that I was quote unquote on a diet. So I was taking my meals out and putting them in little plastic containers, and I know my little snarky coworkers were like, oh, there goes Kat Carney. Is that lasagna she's eating? Now she's got her lips wrapped around a cookie. Now she's, oh, is that popcorn? I see what she's eating. But you know what? By the 3rd week, they were like, hey, what is in that lasagna? What is it? They were wondering. So if you're that person who, you don't even want people to know that you're on another weight loss program, that you're on a diet, just go on the program. Don't tell anybody. Wait and see when people go, hey,
What are you eating?
what are you, yeah,
What
what's
are you doing?
going on here? Because Nutrisystem, like you said, it is almost like magic how well it works. Now, I'm gonna ask you something. How soon after you started the program did you know it was working for you?
I could tell you within a couple days, because again, what they work on is your glycemic index. And so instead of going high, low, high, low, high, low all day long, you all of a sudden realize what balanced means.
Right.
That's what I felt internally very much like that. I was like, oh, you don't have those crazies. Oh, I just ate a lot of sugar and now I'm way up here and then I'm way down here at the end of the day, I'm way back up. That was wonderful. And you know what's really interesting? I thought I would miss become like carb crazy. Like, cause you know, when you eliminate carbs completely, you've got 3 or 4 days where you're just ready to chew your arm off, right? And that didn't happen because you're getting the carbs, but you're getting them balanced in the right amount.
Exactly.
So you never have that time where you're like, oh my gosh, if I don't eat a bag of chips right now, I'm just gonna lose it, right?
Exactly.
I would grab the white cheddar popcorn. Well, oh my God, it's so good, the white cheddar popcorn. Sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can finish all this.
Exactly. And that's the thing too, is at the end of the day, I was finding myself going, oh wow, I still have snacks to eat.
I gotta get a snack in.
Like, oh, I've got to eat again.
But it really was interesting to see when you get that balanced out, how you truly feel it. And also, and again, this is my experience, I call it puffiness. I would always feel kind of puffy and bloated all the time. And again, I found that to be, that was probably one of the first signs, was the fact that I didn't feel all puffy and bloated anymore. And again, it's because all of this, is just balanced so that you don't have that happen.
Balance. And I'm someone who, before I found Nutrisystem, I would think about food all day long. I would get up in the morning, think about what I was gonna be eating for breakfast. I would be eating breakfast, thinking about what I was eating for lunch. Then I would be thinking about dinner. I was always thinking about food. With Nutrisystem, it kind of balanced that out for me because I would get up in the morning and everything's right there. My lunch was right there. And just the biggest thing for me, in addition to the food tasting good, was that I was just shedding the weight. It was coming off. It felt effortless. And I'll show you those pants again. I did not realize, I mean, I knew the number that I had lost on the scale,
right,
but I honestly did not realize how many sizes I had dropped until I went to go pull these pants out one day, just gonna throw something on to clean up the house, and the pants were, you know, twice the size of what I needed. That's when I went, wow. And you see right there, the before picture, these are the pants that I'm wearing. And you know, I want to challenge everyone who's making the decision tonight to give Nutrisystem a try. Go in your closet, find the pants that are going to become your before pants. Put them aside, and then every once in a while, try them on and see if they're getting bigger, see if they're getting bigger. And then also pull out a pair of pants, because we know we got multiple sizes, I know I do. Pull out a pair of pants, they're gonna be your goal pants. Those pants that, you know what, I can put these on right out of the dryer
without laying down on the bed.
Exactly. Struggling.
Or if you're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even get these over my hips when I first started.
Exactly.
And then when they slip over your hips and you're like, oh my gosh. Or you know when that suit or that top that you wear doesn't pull anymore? That's such a great feeling. And it really is amazing how quickly you get into the rhythm of it. There wasn't any extremes. I wasn't like craving something horrible, and I wasn't, oh my gosh, I've got to hang on through the night because, you know, I'm going carb crazy, right? Because I'm missing the carbs. It's just all here. And I want you to see, like I was asking Kat too, I was like, what's this? She goes, oh, that's meatloaf. I'm like, meatloaf, yay. And I go, what's over there? She goes, oh, that's a hamburger. I'm like, hamburger, yay. I mean, all of this is so amazing. When you into ooey gooeys of the pastas that are included, here's a pizza that you get to eat, a flatbread you get. The desserts are just, because it's frozen, they're out of
this world.
Chart.
Oh, you know what? You still wanted to try the ice cream sundae. I was trying to see if I could catch Amanda before she went to...
Amanda, do we have ice cream sundae?
Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what? She's so good.
Oh, Amanda, she's all over it.
This, right.
Stop it right now.
This is the showstopper right here.
There's the chunks of chocolate chip.
Yep. Brownies, chunks of brownies.
Oh, it's brownie?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Chocolate syrup. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like you went to the best ice cream shop in your town and got a fudgy sundae kind of thing.
It's that smooth ice cream. I love it. I know.
All day long.
This, excuse me for talking with my mouth full. This and that mint ice cream sandwich, so good.
Which is crazy. I mean, seriously, you don't understand until you try it.
And this is on program. This isn't, oh, you're going off program because you can have the sundae today. This is part of the program.
Like, that's my little snacky snack. All right, here's what's happening. We have got about, I don't know, 6, 7, 10 minutes to go before we have to wrap this up. I know it's not a $19 item, I get that. But I think when you talk about weight loss and you want to do it the right way, Nutrisystem truly is that. And they've proven it over and over again to hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people have been so successful at this. I think at some point, you've got to say, I've just got to do something for myself. Because once you do it for yourself, it's like a domino effect. Everybody loves it. And it's a domino effect in terms of you're moving better, you're feeling better, your clothes fit better, your smile's bigger. You know, you want to be the healthiest you can be. And I think a lot of times while we've had such bad trouble with traditional diets, is they were way too much work and they were way too complicated. Or they were really bland and they were really boring. And you're like, oh my gosh, I hate the food I'm eating. With Nutrisystem, I honestly promise you, you will be unbelievably surprised at how great the tastes are. Like, you don't understand until you try it. And I love what Nutrisystem does with us. You can eat everything. You can eat that whole first box that arrives. Eat it all. And if you aren't absolutely loving it, you can get your refund without sending anything back.
Right.
Who does that, right? But we do with Nutrisystem. We're so proud to be able to do that. So if you check off the box of how can I afford this, how can I do it, I almost say, how can you not afford to do it? Especially if you know medically for your health, you're going down a bad path and you need to turn that around. Make this moment the time to do it. Now here's what we're doing. For just a couple of days, we have taken, and I did the math somewhere, I think it's like $160 off. I want to double check what it is. Hey, can you do the math for me, Rick, real quick? we can do the math, $70 off. So we're taking, I think it's $70 off. You're basically spending $13.50 per day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. You get 4 weeks full. 2 days are on your own each week, okay? So basically 4 weeks with 2 days on your own. We have this on 3 flex pay, which a lot of people love to use. That means you're going to get, use a major credit card, and you're gonna spend $90 over the next 3 months to pay it off. So great, you can use that option. So right now you're really investing 90 bucks if you use flex pay. And then at the end of the month, if you don't like it, we're gonna give you that money back, which is fantastic. Even if you've eaten everything, you don't have to send anything back, which is really unusual. On top of that, you get free shipping, great, but I really love auto ship because you can lock in tonight's price for as long as you stay in auto ship, and you can get that auto ship every 30 days for up to a year. We're gonna honor that through auto ship's actually 2 to 1 in terms of popularity.
Wow.
Well, you know what, because this is exclusive. You can only get this deal here at HSN. And so people understand that, and auto ship locks you in, but you don't get locked in permanently. Slow it down, cancel it, change it up. You can do all of that with our auto ship. You're not locked into a full year and you're stuck. So please understand, I think that's important.
Well, and auto ship is also for people. I'm someone who, you know, I had more than 10 pounds to lose, and I didn't put the weight on overnight. I wasn't gonna take it off overnight, and that's not what Nutrisystem promises. Nutrisystem says, we're gonna take the weight off, but auto ship is for people who, like me, had more than 10 pounds to lose. And if you have, you know, a high school reunion coming up, a family reunion, something that you had already decided you weren't going to, Nutrisystem can get you back in the game.
True.
Keith said, you know what? I want to see what Nutrisystem can do for me. He lost 55 pounds in 12 months.
Wow.
12 months is going to pass anyway. The next month is going to pass anyway. What are you going to be eating? Because you've got to eat something. Why not eat Nutrisystem? I mean, he looks amazing.
That is awesome. And again, they've got thousands and thousands of success stories that you guys have heard over the years. Here's one. Oh, look at this, Laura, 30 pounds, 6 months.
30 pounds in 6 months. For me, 12 pounds is about a size. I mean, she's beautiful in her before. She's glowing in her after. And this could be you, but you're only going to know if you make the decision today to say, I want to give Nutrisystem a try. Eating great foods, but are you just like stunned at how great the frozen is?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every little bit of this has been absolutely out of this world. Here's what I do, Kat. Let's go over to the other table real quick. And